You can just spend a fate point and reroll.
Okay, I thought I had to. I thought it had to be tied to an
Oh,
aspect
I
for me
think
to
it
reroll.
does.
Does it?
To reroll it does. You can get like a +1 just for using a fate point.
Oh.
Would a +1 change anything?
No, that's kind of a waste.
Yeah, no, it's just a 1.
All right.
Yeah, you don't really have any aspects that would help you either.
I don't think I have any aspects that could help either.
Nope.
And you guys suck.
I could compel the path less traveled and just tell you to fucking grab it and run, but no, I'll compel wizard vigilante and tell you to grab it. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna do that. That does make sense. Okay, yeah, but he just like slides the folder back towards him, and he's like, thank you. I think I'll keep my own counsel, though.
So you have your own occult consultant?
Don't know that I'd phrase it like that, but I mean, we certainly have specialists, especially psychologists that deal with cults. Don't know
So,
that-
so you're telling me that the ritual sacrifices were done by a cult?
I mean, ritual sacrifices tend to be done by cults. Yes.
Not necessarily.
No, that's true. Could be an individual. I don't know. We're investigating it. Back to Phil.
All right.
It
Agent.
could be linked.
Wait, sorry. Is he agent or is he like an ADA or something? Not
Director.
ADA, assistant director.
American Dental Association.
Well, no, that's associate defense attorney, ADA, or something. I forget.
ADD.
I looked up. He has some sort of fancy federal title. It's like 5 words long.
Well, I just don't want him to call. I just don't want to call him agent, and he'll be like, "Excuse me."
Agent's fine.
All right, Agent Kano. We'll set that aside. What about Mr. or Ms. Jet, Phil's former partner?
Oh,
The name's Sasha. I don't know if it's a man or a woman.
It's a man, Eastern European, I think. I don't know. I mean,
I'm just
yeah,
kind of huffed down like, should have known.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't worked together for a few years now. She got restationed back in Washington.
Didn't you just say it was a he?
Oh, yeah, he. Sorry.
Is Miss Jet gender fluid by chance?
No, we don't allow those in federal service.
Wow.
That's a very close-minded attitude. But what? Sorry, got stationed where?
Back in D.C., Washington, D.C.
Do you know if they kept in touch?
I don't think so. They didn't really seem to see eye to eye. She's more of a
He.
she. I keep saying she because there was gonna be a she, but now it's a he because Groom convinced me.
I didn't convince anything. I was just busting Brian's balls.
I know, but it's beautiful. He.
Can it just be a really pretty guy? Like he just looks really feminine. That's why he keeps saying she.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just
Okay.
the most beachy dude you've ever seen.
Yeah, please.
Yep. Okay, that's what it is. he gets confused. Yeah, they didn't really see eye to eye. Sasha was always a bit more by the book.
He was 5'2", she was 6'1".
I get it.
Eye to eye.
No, I get it. It ain't making me laugh, but I get it.
It's fine.
Do you have a contact number for Mr. Jet?
Yeah, sure. He goes on his phone and looks it up and then takes out a sticky note and writes out the number and gives it to you.
I want you to know I had my pen over my little scrap paper, like I was actually gonna write down a phone number. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
555-1234.
Oh sure, yeah. He lives on 123 Fake Street.
Uh-huh.
Apartment doesn't exist.
You have anything? Just anything else you think you could share that might be of use to us?
I mean, honestly, I'm as baffled as everyone else. I can't understand why anyone would have killed Phil. He was.
Well,
Ugh.
surely a man in law enforcement makes his fair share of enemies.
Since I've been quietly watching all this, I would like to roll empathy to see if he's lying.
Sure. No, he seems fairly truthful and open.
I'm
Uh,
grilling down the folder.
Um,
You doing
and
what
he's
to the
sort of,
folder?
he's like staring it down, right?
Oh,
That's okay.
Yeah.
So like you say someone in law enforcement would make their fair share of enemies, and he's like, well, yeah, I mean, that's normally true with people who solve cases and put criminals behind bars. But I mean, Phil, he was always just chasing his wild theories. Honestly, I mean, he's been under review more than any other agent, just for matters of efficacy. I mean, he never really seemed to get much done. He was always just chasing his fantasies.
Well then, sir, if you don't mind me saying, isn't it possible that maybe he was actually close to something, and that's why he was, you know?
So he looks at you for a second, and then he goes over to his computer and he types something up. And he's like, okay, so
As he's typing something up, I kind of step as far away from the computer as I can while still being in the room.
Go to get a drink of water.
okay. But yeah, he's like types something up on his computer and he brings it up and he's like, okay, let me just give you an example of the types of reports that Mr. Gleason, Agent Gleason, that Agent Gleason would write. He goes, okay, here's his most recent one. Um, I mean, he uses the word psychic vampire. What? I I mean,
I,
am I supposed to take this? Am I supposed to take this seriously?
I chuckle a little bit.
And he like turns his laptop around to like face you guys, and he's like, I mean, this is like, this isn't actual law enforcement. This isn't. It's not real.
I just start laughing. Sorry about that.
now of course, Agent Kano, the idea of any kind of vampire, let alone a psychic one, is completely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid, is what it is.
But it might be real to someone, real enough to some poor deluded fool that maybe they'd kill Gleason for it.
Some poor deluded cultist, maybe. And I,
Uh.
I the folder.
And I kind of like point over my shoulder at Rex, I'm like, eh?
All right, we definitely need a roll for. Would it be rapport? For you to try and like make a connection. Yeah. Yeah, Rex. Why don't you make a.
Do you have any rapport, Brian?
I have a +2 for rapport.
Then you should chime in right now about how you've heard
Well, you know,
the whole thing.
I definitely think that the cultists. I definitely think the whole, the half a man thing is definitely cultist-like to me. Could be very, very related.
Now roll that sweet +2. God damn it.
You guys just aren't getting this, man. It's rough. Rough stuff.
Listen, failure is not an option, so I'm gonna get in his face, okay? Can I like intimidate him or something?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, what do you say?
Oh.
Let me roll
God.
first, and then we'll see
This
what I
will
say.
also going for intimidate will probably we'll probably turn it into a social conflict.
Well, I don't know what else I could use. Can I use the majesty of my fucking presence? Can I flex muscles on this dude?
Could I flex at him?
No, I'll just yeah.
I mean, right? A social conflict isn't a bad thing.
All right, let's do it then.
I mean,
So I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
I mean, hell, you got an awkward boner last time. That's pretty good.
And do I can okay? Let me roll, and then I can see what I get with that fate point that I spent. I'm gonna +2 it with my failure's not an option thing. Give you my
Damn.
take for it.
Damn. Okay. We'll
You
roll.
scary as
Like,
fuck.
listen, a man has died, and you just don't care enough to investigate every angle.
Damn.
Slam my fist on the desk.
Your super strength fist.
Okay.
No, I don't.
He
have
doesn't.
super-
He doesn't have super strength.
What'd you say again? What were
said-
the words exactly?
I said,
Man died. He doesn't care.
A man died, in doing his work, and you just don't care enough to investigate every possible angle.
Okay. And yeah, so that would, and you said you compelled an aspect, right?
Yeah, I
Or
gave you.
you invoked an aspect. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and that'd give him 2 stress, and he's not gonna take consequences for it. So he just sort of like, fine, and like just hands over the folder, and he's like, if you think it'll help, whatever. It's not classified or anything. Like
Thank
so,
you, sir. I
so like
appreciate it.
looks away a little bit sheepishly.
So I'm gonna grab the folder. I know, let me read up on this. And as I'm reading, what does it say?
I don't know, Brian. You tell me.
Use it. It says the bad guys are located here. Find them. Roll that sweet scholarship to find out what it says.
Find him and kill him.
Turns out I can't read. Awesome.
Okay. So you're like flipping through. There are like a bunch of. At first, it's like a bunch of like crime scene photos of. There's like a corpse that's like washed up, like, on the beach, which you assume is Belle Isle, because Belle Isle. I forgot.
I wish I could.
Okay. And yeah,
Belial.
like, and like the corpse is really like horribly. It's like someone just took a knife and went to town. Like the eyes are removed, and like the mouth is like the like both cheeks are just like split open, and like the tongue's just like hanging out, and it's all like fucking just been completely massacred. And they're just like symbols carved all over the body. Probably, yeah. Roll lore to see if like any of the symbols stick out to you.
Illuminati confirmed.
A. Did you? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you recognize a bunch. I mean, the symbols are definitely magically important. But it's like a different tradition of magic than yours. This definitely looks like sort of Native American, like pictographical sort of symbols, and you don't really know specifically what they mean, but they're definitely like ritualistically important, and just like covering the body from head to toe, in addition to like the sort of facial deformation. Yeah, and then you flip through to sort of like there's like a police report that details like the body was found. The body was found sort of like the night of May 6th when like a tourist stumbled across it as they were like visiting the beach, and the medical examination determined that the cause of death was from blood loss. But like as of right now, that's really all they have. And then they're like the last thing is like it's pending sort of like a cult expert that's gonna like look into it further and see if they can match it to any sort of like known groups that are operating.
I have a note here, but I want to make sure this is like the actual date. Time of death coincides with death of Phil Gleason. Yeah.
No.
No.
Well, they don't have like a solid time of death on it. They just have when it was found, and like it was like it hasn't really decomposed a lot, so it was definitely like the person definitely died within 24 hours, but like they don't have a specific time of death. So they definitely died either May 5th or 6th, but
And May 6th is when Gleason died.
he died right at midnight.